Welcome, Tajai, on the Better Days Show podcast. Man, it's been a
Peace, peace.
minute, man. What's good?
Chilling, man. Just doing my thing, making music. I guess since we last spoke, I've also become like an architectural designer, man. So I've been designing a lot of homes and restaurants and that kind of stuff too, but mainly making music.
Yeah, we'll get into the music. Tell us, man. Tell us some more about the architectural world.
Oh, well, really, I think back in 2008, I think I was at a party and I looked around. It was an after party for one of our shows in Europe
Hmm.
at some museum or something like that. And I was like, man, I'm damn near the oldest cat here. And I was only early 30s then, so
Right.
I wasn't that old really. But in my mind, I'm like, hey, I need to do more. What am I doing with my life? So I started taking pictures, and then I took those pictures and built it into a portfolio, and eventually went to UC Berkeley for grad school,
Mm.
and I graduated in 2014, and I've been designing ever since. So I'm doing restaurants and homes and office buildings. A lot of work in the cannabis uh, world as far as compliance work because it's legal out here,
Mm. Yeah.
and just having fun with it. I also opened a hotel down in Panama, so I'm about to start building some new stuff down there too.
So yeah, Tajai, you know, tell us, man. Like, how did Souls of Mischief all came about?
Well, we grew up together, so I say in the early '80s, maybe '83, I
Mm.
think. Me and A Plus started rapping together at Howard Elementary. Casuals in school class with us too, and Dell actually went there as well. We started rapping together back then, and just kept rolling since then. And then as it grew, our crew grew. Opio and Festo came in when we were in early high school, even though I'd known Festo since junior high. And then by the time we were sort of like juniors or seniors, I think juniors, Dell got signed by Q, who is his blood cousin.
Hmm.
And then on, he basically got all of us signed, and we've been rolling since then.
And so all right, so the group got together, and how did Jive Records? How did that come into play?
So I think we were at the Gavin in maybe '91, and just rhyming. A lot of cats was there. I remember Monch and Prince Poe were there. It's just a good era. I believe Nas was there. Curious George, a lot of cats, and we just was freestyling, and we caught the ear of a bunch of A&Rs. You know, and then from then there's sort of a bidding war, and Souls we ended up getting in a bidding war between Big Beat Atlantic,
Hmm.
who I guess they put out Double X Posse. I remember, not gonna be able to do. I remember that,
Right. Hmm.
and Jive and Sophia Chang at Jive. Jive actually gave us our publishing, which was kind of like the tipping point, and so we rolled with Jive, and we were only signed to Jive. Really, it's crazy from 1992 to maybe 1995. Really before almost. Um, and then we've been independent ever since. They dropped us after our second album didn't do what they wanted it to do,
No,
and we've been
you
independent ever
mean
since.
no man's land, right?
Yeah, No Man's Land, exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that record, I guess, didn't achieve the critical or commercial success that they wanted for us, and they were going in a different direction. Jive was more like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears. Like it went from a soul and hip hop label to more pop label,
Right.
and they went that direction, and now they don't exist. So I guess we made the right move getting out of there when we did, because we've been independent ever since maybe '96, '95.
Hmm.
I mean, the majority of my career I've been independent. If you think about it, 25 years independent. It's been cool.
What's some of the solo project you put out independently?
Well, our first project was Hieroglyphics, Third Eye Vision,
Hmm.
which was Hieroglyphics' first album with everybody on it, and kind of established the crew Hieroglyphics as a musical group, even though we were already known as are separate entities or whatever.
Right.
Then we put out Dell's album. What was his album called? No Need for Alarm.
Hmm.
Casual. We put out a few Casual records. He Think He Raw. He Still Think He Raw. Smash Rockwell. And we put out some Souls of Mischief records. The last two Souls of Mischief records we put out were the next one was called Trilogy, and after that, the next album was called Montezuma's Revenge. And since then, we've also put out an album with Adrian Young called There's Only Now. And then I've had solo records, Power Movement, and the Superstars album. And then I recently dropped an album called Rap Noir and this remix album called Trap Noir. So it's just, we got a lot of projects,
Right.
but Pep Love's got his records, Ascension and Reconstruction and all that. So we've been doing it a while. We've even put out other cats. We put out OC's album, Smoke and Mirrors. We put out Encore's album, a bunch of stuff. Musab. Just so we try to put out a lot of good music, man,
Right.
independently. Currently, we're just kind of concentrating on ourselves because it's difficult to put out other artists. It just seems like when you're the artist, it's pretty easy because you know what you need to do. And also, we have a large established fan base. But putting out other artists is hard. But I also have my own label called Clear Label Records.
Hmm.
And I put out a lot of street stuff, sort of local street stuff out here. And then recently, I just filmed a movie for my album, Rap Noir. And I got an R&B artist who's also a rapper, too. His name is Fam Cirque. And his album is called Killing Me. So we just made like a double feature, like a silent film. So that's going to come out soon.
So, Rap Noir, I saw the post. Tell us some more about that, since that's the latest project, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us, like, is it a collective project? Like, who's in Rap Noir?
So it's me and a producer named Unjust, who's out of Dayton, who also produced like the First Light album by Opio and Pep Love. He
Hmm.
does a lot of stuff for us. So it's basically me as sort of the voice, and my name is Black Hoodie, and I'm basically like the guy in the three-eyed mask, sort of
Right.
like an executioner kind of figure, super villain kind of figure. And basically we just rap more. It's more like film noir but audio. So like Sin City type stuff. So it's more rhymes about crime and sort of vice and things like that, man. And I like it because, in hip hop, you talk about gangster shit and gangster rap, and that's supposed to be real, even though a lot of these rappers are not really doing any of the stuff they're talking about.
Right.
And I want to distinguish myself from that. I mean, me as a dude who ain't, I'm a college grad, I'm, soccer dad, architect. I wanted to be able to talk about these things, but not perpetrate like, hey, this is me doing this stuff, So I tried to invent a persona and a genre in rap noir that sort of addresses that, where, nobody's looking to see Scorsese's rap sheet, you know what I'm saying, or Francis Ford Coppola's rap sheet. They know these dudes are just making art, and even if the art is gangster in its execution, that doesn't mean these dudes got to be gangsters, and that's kind of what I mean by rap noir. Like I would hope that it would open up the space for rappers to really be real, explore their imagination without having to act as if they're crime bosses and shit.
What advice would you have for a kid coming up in the game right now?
Ooh, I would say number one, control your means of production. So right now you can do an entire demo almost on your phone. But really get a cool laptop or computer, get you a Scarlett or some kind of interface and some cool studio program, and make sure that you can make your product at home. You don't want to have to go to somebody to cook up necessarily, and really learn how to mix, learn how to master all that so that you can go from idea to execution without having to bring in anybody if possible. And then I would say market and promote as much as you can, but don't do it so much that the people are turned off by you because you've annoyed them to death, and that's a fine line. I don't know where you cut that. And man, keep your day job. Like, make music because you love making music, but it ain't nothing wrong with working and having money from other sources. It's smart to have other sources. And then once you get your money from music, invest in yourself, but also invest in something to make you able to continue. You know, Hyro, we've got a big sort of factory, studio,
Hmm.
offices, printing presses, all that kind of stuff. So make sure that you reinvest in yourself so that your money makes money and continues to help you just be able to be creative. You know, but it doesn't stop at creation. If you want to only do the creative part, cool. Go find somebody that's going to do your marketing and help you get out there. But if you are interested in the business aspect and know how you want to execute, figure out how to do it all and fund it all if you can. Because when you give up that funding, when you take that funding, you give up power and you give up control. And right now, there's no need for that. You should be able to put out whatever you want right now, from your idea to video to everything, just using the device in your pocket. I mean, if you got an iPhone 11 or one of these Samsungs or something, or even an iPad, you should be able to make the music, mix it, master it, or whatever, make a video, chop it up, put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube, upload it to Spotify, all the Apple Music and all that, and reap all the benefits, and even promote from your pocket. So it's very different than when we came out and you needed hundreds of thousands of dollars to record in a big studio. Now you can do it all, but you really got to do it all. You can't half-ass it. Like, you could be the illest rapper ever, and if nobody hears you, it doesn't matter. I got a single with G-Rap right now, called Scattershot, that I just dropped, and I put a little bit of money into promotion and marketing it. Working with Walesia and a few people, and it's popping up everywhere. And I'm just like, oh, this is just with a little bit of marketing. My record is popping up everywhere. I mean, also it's G-Rap on it, so come on,
Right.
there's that. But I'm
Right.
saying, like, just me putting a little effort behind it made a huge difference in how widely it got received and seen. So if you're gonna do it all the way. Don't just half-ass it. So, one, own your means of production, right? Two, invest in yourself once you make the money. Three, keep your day job. Until you're touring all the time, ain't no reason to not have no day job. And then four, I would say, make sure you market and promote. Don't half-ass it and just throw your music out there, because I bet you some of the best rap music has never been heard because it didn't get any promotion.
And Tajai, so how do the people find you on social media?
Uh, Check me out at Rap Noir. So RAPNOIR. That's on Instagram and what's the other thing? Twitter, and also on Clubhouse. And then also, if you want to check out my design firm, it's called Pro and Tel Company, like Pro and Tel Co, the opposite of Co Pro. And that's also on Instagram. But basically, Rap Noir. I'm using that as my handle from now on. So just check it out. I'm all over. And then also hieroglyphics.com, www.hieroglyphics.com. And if you're interested in anything on my label besides me, I'm at Clear Label on Twitter. So Rap Noir, basically, and you'll be able to find all that stuff. And also my website is Rap Noir Store. So RAPNOIRSTORE.com.
Okay,
Rap Noir.
and what about Clear Label? How do you spell that so we can find it?
Just regular spelling, CLEARLABEL, at Clear Label. And right now, for instance, my projects are, I'm putting out, Rap Noir is out, I'm putting out Fam Cirque's Killing Me. I got a new album with the Architect called Black Tech, which is dope. And then I'm also putting out some books. So I publish books too through my publishing company, and I just inked a deal with the pimp named Rosebud. You may know him from American Pimp. Rosebud with 2 D's for a double dose of this pimping. So I'm about to put out some audio books with him and some physical books with him, and really just try to hit all media. Music, clothing, all visuals, all that stuff, books, etc.
As far as like COVID-19, it's affecting artists from touring and all that kind of things, man. Like, what is your take, with COVID-19?
I just, I think it's real. I don't think it's not. I've got some homies who passed away from it. So it's not. I don't think it's like something to be acting like it's some kind of government conspiracy or whatever. As far as the actual disease. Now, as far as the response to it and the lockdown, I think had we locked down completely for a month or two, we'd be out in the clear. But because Americans are always such individualists, and I mean we're a vast country, right? We would basically be 6 or 7 different countries if we were anywhere else in the world. But because we don't want, we're worried about our freedom, and oh, they're taking these things away. We're stuck now into what, month 7 of this
Oh,
same
we
pandemic.
going to we going to 8. I think we're in
Yeah,
8
going in,
now. Yep.
yeah, we're going into month 8. So I really think that the government response probably wasn't swift enough, and I think the people's response, us feeling like it's infringing upon our rights and our abilities to hang out and stuff.
Hmm.
I think we're not taking it as seriously as we could be. We probably couldn't have eradicated it, but we could have got it to a manageable level. However, if people can't eat, people gonna go do whatever they need to do to go eat. So our government, instead of spending trillions of dollars blowing up the rest of the world, might want to give the money to the people while we're on lockdown. Other countries, they locked things down, but they made sure people were taken care of at the same time. And how are we, as one of the most wealthy nations on this planet, not taking care of the people when we're most vulnerable? That's crazy to me. But it's just more American BS. Like I think that this is the beginning of probably several of these sort of outbreaks. It might be a test. It might be these things might be being made in laboratories, most likely are, etc., and being tested on us. I have no idea, but I know that I'm gonna maintain social distance, cover my face,
Right.
not be out trying to hang out, not and make sure that my family is safe in this time. So whether or not the response was equal to the threat, I think that if we would have all responded in accordingly, in agreement with how we should have, this thing would have been eliminated a lot quicker.
Oh no, that's my question. Not for the people. This one's for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that logo, man. The
The logo, I mean, we used to be called the Mad Circle, so we were a Mad Face, right? This is when we were in high school, so 90, 91. So WC took the Mad Circle, that's Cube's cousin. I mean, that was Cube's cousin, and WC was working with Cube, so he took the Mad Circle. And then Onyx came out with the Mad Face. So Dale changed it up. Our crew is hieroglyphics. He made the sort of third eye, face with the third eye, and the stern lip, not smiling, not sad or nothing. And I mean, it's basically supposed to represent having your third eye open, being balanced. But also, we learned that in Mayan hieroglyphs, that one line is a 5, and the 3 dots are ones, so that makes an 8.
Mhm.
But it's normally as an 8, it's like this, right? So when you turn it to the side, it's like an infinity. You know what I'm saying? Though, so that's interesting. And also, the logo, the symbol represents like harmonic resonance or something like that. So it's deeper than what we thought, but we created it just as a face with a third eye. Dell did.
Right. Oh, Dell did the logo.
Yeah, Dell created the logo. Yep.
Wow. I never knew that.
Yeah, yeah. No, Dell and Festo are really good visual artists.
Right.
So they created the logo. I mean, Dell created the logo. Yeah.
So,
Festo created the Souls of Mischief logo. The graffiti logo.
are you guys planning of putting out, an album anytime soon?
We got one of solo songs called Locust that we made a while back, and it came out with this magazine. And now that the time has passed, we're allowed to put that out. So Souls of Mischief is putting a record out of solo songs. Hopefully, Hyro will be working on a record soon. But with things being split up, everybody's kind of been just working on individual stuff, and then maybe we'll send somebody something to do, maybe like a crew or a posse cut every now and then. But I mean, we're all together. It's the same people. We
Right.
still own our building, and I got the studio there, so we're just working it out, man.
And I wanted to know about the producer you guys was working with, Domino.
Yeah, Domino's still around, man. His birthday's coming up, and he's got twins, so he's got his hands full with that. But we still work with Domino. It's all the same cats, man. Souls of Mischief, Dell, Casual, Pep Love, DJ Teray, and Domino. So We
Right.
still work together and see each other, but it's been a difficult year to do that because everybody's got young kids. We're all at the age now where we're taking care of our older parents. You know what I'm saying? So you
Hmm.
don't want to. We can't risk getting sick. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you guys end up linking up with Domino? What was he a part of you know, the Hyro crew?
Yeah. He. So when we were young, Dante Ross signed Dell to Electra, and I
Mm.
guess Dante and Domino used to go digging in San Francisco. I think Domino lived above a record store or something like that.
Mm.
So Dante Ross actually linked us up with Domino. And Domino ended up, he managed us for a large portion of our career. He's a few years, he's about 5 years older than me. So he managed us for a large portion of our career and made a lot of the big tracks for us and all that kind of stuff too. But yeah, he's been down since, at least since, shit, 90, 91, you know?
So yeah, Tajai, anything else you want to plug in that you know we should be looking out for? Anything, man? You know that the people can look out for.
Yeah, I've got a record coming with Breakbeat Lou. It's called The Hop. So it's basically like we trying to bring the movement back into hip hop as far as dance, as far as rhythm, all those types of things, man. And we got guys rapping over drumless loops right now. So it's like we're taking the body movement aspect out of it and turning it into just like Walkman music. So we're trying to not counteract that directly, but just bring the hop back into hip hop, man. I mean, a lot of us grew up dancing before, hip hop was b-boying and just hip hop dance. You look at a group like Jiggy or the Far Side or a lot of these cats,
Me.
you know, Soul Brothers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Soul Brothers, what's the brothers from New York, man? Oh man. You know what I'm talking about, man. Hot Dog, all the
Oh,
cats,
Fendi and
Fendi,
yeah.
it's
Right.
nonstop.
Right.
Steezo,
Right.
all like body movement was part of rap. You know what I'm
Right.
saying though? And I think that for some reason, maybe because it was commercialized or maybe because of Hammer, what I mean, certain things, people kind of moved away from that. And it's like, nah, we trying to make some music to make your body move. So we got some hip house on there, we got some freestyle on there, all kind of stuff that hopefully cats are, grab their little towel and hit the dance floor.
Right.
That's me and Breakbeat Lou. It's called The Hop. And yeah, I got this new album, Black Tech, with me and Architect. So I'm juiced, man. I got a lot of good hip hop coming, and I'm just gonna keep it rolling. I'm working with another project. It's gonna be called Epic Zones, and then we're just gonna have a bunch of them. It's me and this dude named X Mike Malin. So that's like a me and him duo rapping. But the thing with me and Breakbeat Lou, and the thing with me and Architect, I'm the only rapper. Yeah, yeah, what's up? This is Tajai from the Souls of Mischief. One half of Rap Noir, 1/8 of Hieroglyphics. And right now I'm chilling on the Better Day Show podcast. Let's get busy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You stay safe out there.
Yes, sir.
Blessings to you, your family, the guys, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
tell
sir.
A Plus I say what's up, man.
I'll tell them what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.